Test. 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 That's good? Okay. It is now. Test 1, 2, 3. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Spryfield Lions Arena. Just about to have the national anthem start the game off, so we'll have a puck drop right after that. As we wait for the opening face-off, Spryfield starting lineup is McKinnon at center, Ballard on right wing, Feltham on left wing, Guthrow on defense, Guthrow and McNeil on defense. And Bentley's in the net. Off the draw, Spryfield takes it. Back to McNeil. McNeil over to Guthrow. He wraps up the boards. Newport keeps it in at the line. Puck gets whacked around. Now McNeil hammers up the boards. That's going all the way down for an icing. Face off to the left of Bentley. Puck gets kicked around. Comes loose. McKinnon grabs it at the circle. It's knocked off his stick. Newport comes up with it. They get it back to the point. Take it up far boards. Puck gets slapped off Feltham. Punches up the boards. He's through the neutral zone over the blue line. Spryfield has 3. Ballard gets the puck knocked off his stick in the slot. Goes back to McKinnon at the point. McKinnon with a shot. That goes off a player into the corner. Ballard picks it up. Ballard takes it to the side of the net, tries to hit McKinnon in the slot. That gets knocked away. Newport sends it around their net. Ballard picks it up in the far boards. He tries to get it out front again. Goes off a player. Guthrow has it at the point. Guthrow is a quick shot from the point. That goes in. 1 minute, 1 second into the game. Spryfield opens the scoring from Guthrow. Off the face-off, McCarty takes the draw. He gets it back to Heslop. Heslop tries to hit McCarty at the blue line, but that gets knocked in. Newport. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Newport Dumps it in over the line. Bentley comes out to play it. Welsh sends it back to Heslop behind the net. Back to Welsh. He tries to clear it up the boards, but Newport keeps it into line. Puck gets tied up in the far corner. Newport gets a shot. Bentley turns outside. McIntyre punches it off the boards to Hardwick Brown. Hardwick Brown over to McCarty. Back to Hardwick Brown. His shot's turned aside. McIntyre has it. He hits Hardwick Brown. His shot's knocked down by the goalie, but it's loose again. McCarty has it behind the net. Takes it to the far boards. Far corner. His shot comes loose in front of the net. McIntyre gets it back to Hardwick Brown behind the net. Hardwick Brown tries to hit Welsh, but he can't take that pass. Newport comes up with it, but the play's broken up in the neutral zone. Puck gets sent back into Newport's end. They dump it out. Goes all the way down, but Barr picks it up, gives it to Welsh. Welsh punches it around the net to Barr. Barr starts up along the far boards, hits Joseph. Joseph tries to get it out to McLeod. McLeod can't handle it. Dill applies pressure in Newport's end. Joseph knocks it back into Newport's side. Puck's behind the net. Dill just overskates it there. He get knocked off the puck. Newport tries to clear it out. Barr picks it up in the neutral zone. He hits Joseph. Spryfield had to clear the zone, but they're back in now. Barr. He hits the blue line. Dumps the puck in. Newport has a lead pass. Well, they go over the blue line. The shot on net that Bentley turns aside. But McLeod can't handle the pass. Newport picks it up. They get a shot from the top of the circle. Bentley turned that to the near corner. Barrett kicks it out. Dill hits McLeod. McLeod comes up the near boards. He loses the puck. Dill can't handle it. Now Forwell has it. Forwell gets over the blue line. Feltham knocks it into the corner and he chases. Newport comes up with the puck from around their net out up the near boards. Forwell knocks down the pass in the neutral zone, dumps it in. Feltham putting pressure on in the corner. McKinnon goes in to help. Puck's tied up. Puck comes back to the blue line. Guthrow dumps it in deep again. McKinnon tries to hit Feltham coming through, but that gets knocked back to the corner by Newport. Puck comes back to Guthrow at the point. Guthrow with another shot, glove down by Newport's goalie for a whistle. Draw to the left of Newport's goalie. Newport comes up with it. They send it behind the net. Start up the far boards. They're just offside at the blue line. Face off comes outside. McKinnon in for the draw.
Comes through nice.
McKinnon takes the draw. He sends it back. Guthrow picks it up, puts it behind his net to McNeil. McNeil hits Cormier. Cormier with a shot. That comes out. McKinnon can't get the rebound. Newport clears it behind their net around to the far boards. They try to go all the way up, but can't handle the pass. Guthrow picks it up in his own end, takes it behind the net. Guthrow waiting for Spryfield to regroup. Guthrow starts out. He comes around the net. Up the far side, cuts to the near side. Gets over the red line, dumps it in. Newport's goalie plays it around the net. Newport starts up at the far boards. McKinnon putting pressure on, keeps it in, but Newport's able to get it out. McNeil picks up the puck in his own end, goes wide to Guthrow. Guthrow can't hit McIntyre. Newport dumps it into the neutral zone. Now they're over the line. They get a shot that's knocked down and dribbled into Bentley where he covers that up. for a whistle. Face off to the right of Bentley. McCarty gets the draw. Heslop. He loses the puck in the corner. Newport clears it out. They get a shot that's knocked off by bodies over to the far boards. Newport with it again. They send it out front from behind the net. Hardwick Brown breaks it up. He taps it up to Hardy. Hardy hits McIntyre. McIntyre back to McCarty. Play gets whistled down. Nets off the face off to the right of Newport's goalie. McCarty's in the circle. Puck gets kicked around. Newport comes up with it. They put it behind the net, up to the near boards. Back behind the net. Back to the corner. Newport trying to set up. They try and hit a lead pass, but they can't hit it. Welsh tries to break that down, but goes off his stick. Welsh has it. Sends it behind his net to Heslop. Heslop goes wide to Hardwick Brown. He's over the blue line. He tries to step around the defense, but is knocked off the puck. McCarty clears it back down to Heslop. He takes it all the way down. Puck comes out front. Oh, shot from the high slot. Bentley turns side to side. McCarty comes up with it. He's up the far boards over the blue line. Still with the puck. Hardwick Brown tries to do a tap in front of the net, but that goes over top. Newport clears it around behind their net to the far boards. Welsh can't keep it in at the blue line. It's over his stick, goes all the way down. Barr picks up the puck now behind his net. He starts out. Comes up the near side, but cuts to the center. Over to the far boards. Barr's over the line, takes the puck into the corner. Barr gets tied up, knocked down, and Newport comes out with the puck. They come up the near boards. Hit the red line, dump it in. Newport with a chance out front, but they can't get wood on this. Newport again, puck comes right through the crease. Newport keeps it in the line, dumps it behind the net. They have it in the far corner. Can't get it out front. They send it around behind the net. Puck is tied up in the near boards. Newport comes out with it. They slap it back to the corner. Puck's tied up in the corner. Now McLeod comes out with it. He's over the blue line. McLeod with a shot. Beats the goalie from the far circle. 2-0 Spryfield. At 7:51 in the period. Spryfield takes a 2-0 lead. Shots so far for the period are 10-5 for Spryfield. Off the draw, McLeod's in the circle. He gets it back to McNeil. Comes off his stick. McNeil's able to punch it out to Joseph. Joseph goes rink wide to Dill. He pushes it into the near corner. It's Newport's end. McLeod's in to help, but he can't handle the puck, and it comes all the way out. McNeil has it. He loses it in the neutral zone. Newport clears it in, but they're offside. They got to clear the zone. Guthrow hits McLeod in the far boards. McLeod with another shot, gloved down by Newport's goalie. Face-off's coming to the left of Newport's goalie. Off the draw, Ballard gets it, but it comes all the way down for an icing. Face-off's going to the right of Newport's goalie. McKinnon's in the circle. He gets it back to the point. They get a shot from the side of the net that's turned aside. Newport clears it around the net, and they get it out. Newport's over the line with 3. They get broken up at the circle. Ballard picks it up, and he starts back, but it gets taken off his stick. McKinnon puts pressure on, keeping the puck inside. McKinnon in the corner, back to Cormier. Oh, Cormier can't handle it. Newport clears it out, but there's nobody there. Welsh has it, brings it back to his end. Welsh hits Heslop, back to Welsh. Welsh starts out. Welsh sends it down. It's picked up by Newport in their end. McKinnon steals the puck behind the net. Clears it out front, nobody there. Newport gets it out, but it's stolen in the neutral zone. Cormier has it. He sends it back to Welsh. He can't handle the pass. Goes back to the corner. Welsh wraps it around the boards to Heslop. Heslop back to Welsh. Newport putting pressure on. Keep it in the zone. McKinnon has it. He hits Ballard. Ballard comes through center. Up the far boards, and he gets taken out over the blue line. Newport gets over the line. They get a shot at the top of the circle that goes off somebody into the netting. McCarty's in the circle, face off to the left of Bentley. Puck gets tied up. Cleared out by McIntyre. He hits McCarty. McCarty back to McIntyre. He's up the far near boards. Comes around the circle. Can't break it through. Newport clears it out, but Barr picks it up just outside the blue line, dumps it in. Spryfield's got to clear the zone. Hardwick Brown putting pressure on. He knocks the puck back in off his skates. Newport just tries to punch it down, but Barr picks it up on the far boards. He wraps it back. Newport has it. They send it to the corner. McIntyre hits Hardwick Brown up the far boards. He's over the blue line. He tries to clear it out front, but he's knocked to the corner, and Hardwick Brown picks up again. Sends it to Barr at the point. It's over his stick. Forwell's back. Forwell puts on pressure, but Newport tries to pass to the slot. That's knocked down, and McCarty comes up with it. He's up the near boards, drops it back to McIntyre. McIntyre with a shot from the high slot. That's tipped to the far corner. Newport tries to punch it up the boards. They're off the pass. They take it back to their end to regroup. Newport with the puck behind their net. They start out up the far boards. Over the red line, dump it in. Puck goes around the net into the near corner. Guthrow chase, but Newport has it. They send it back to the point. They can't handle it, and it bounces out. Newport sends it back to their end. Clear it up the far boards. McNeil punches it back. Newport tries it up the far boards again. They go rink wide, nobody there. Newport takes it around the neutral zone. Trying to set up. McIntyre putting pressure on. Keeps him in their end. Newport sends it up the boards, and McNeil gets it. He clears it back up, but Newport gets it in the neutral zone. They start out again. Picked off by McLeod in the neutral zone. McLeod takes it over the blue line. Brings it back to the point. Tries to dump it in deep, but it's knocked out by Newport. Puck is cleared in behind their net. Dill putting pressure on. Newport clears it out to the neutral zone. Guthrow picks it up, takes it back to his end, goes up the boards to Dill. Dill's over the blue line. Dill hits McLeod. McLeod shots over the net. Guthrow comes in from the high slot. His shot goes over the net. Joseph has it on the far corner, near corner, sorry. He tries to hit Guthrow in the slot, but he's knocked off the puck. Newport picks it up at their net, sends it around to the near corner. They ramp it off the boards, and McNeil picks it up, dumps it in. Spryfield's offside. They got to clear the zone. Dill gets it out to McNeil. His shot from the slots. Turned aside by the goalie. Newport wraps it around their net to the near boards. They get it out. They're over the blue line. They lose the puck. Goes to the far corner. McNeil hits Feltham. Feltham's dumps it into the near corner. He tries to knock it behind the net. Ballard can't handle it. Cormier has it now. Cormier cuts in front of the net. Cormier from the paint puts Spryfield up 3-0. At 13:59, correction, 13:39 in the period. Spryfield takes a 3-0 lead. Off the draw. Newport comes up with it. They get it to the red line. They get it over the blue line. Puck is tied up in the net. Now they get a shot from the circle. Bentley turns that to the far corner. Puck goes off Feltham's skate. Newport has control again, but they get tied up by Welsh in the boards. Cormier wraps it around to Feltham. Feltham's comes up the far boards, tries to hit Ballard. But Newport bounces it off the boards. They get it out to his neutral zone, but Welsh knocks that down, sends it back into their end. Newport trying to break out. They go back. Cormier putting pressure on. Newport makes a break now. They're through the neutral zone. Over the blue line, they get a shot from the high slot. Bentley gloves that to the corner. Puck's tied up in the corner. Feltham tries to... McIntyre tries to hit Feltham. McIntyre gets control again in the neutral zone. Brings up the far boards into the corner. He gets tied up behind the net. Newport has it now. They lob a pass up to center ice. Oh, Hardwick Brown can't handle that. Bentley turns the shot aside, right? Point blank range. Now Newport. Shot from the high slot goes wide of the net. Bounces into the corner. McCarty has it now. His pass goes off a skate. Welsh hits McIntyre at the red line. McIntyre's over the blue line. He gets the puck into the far corner. He gets turned around. Barra keeps it at the point. He gets a shot on net. Glove down and covered by the goalie. Face off to the right of Newport's goalie. McLeod's in the circle. Dill knocks it into the far corner, but Newport comes up with it. They take it around the net, send it up the boards. Cut back to center. They get to the red line, dump it in. Puck goes around the net to the near corner. Forwell ties up his player. And Dill comes up the near boards. He cuts to the center. Dill over to the circle. His shot gets turned aside. McLeod gets knocked off the puck in the corner. Newport sends it wide. Get a cut back. McLeod tries to dump it in deep, but Newport gets it, clears it up the boards, but they can't get it out. Joseph with a shot. Turned aside by the goalie. Newport now takes it behind their net. Dill putting pressure on. Joseph tries a shot. Oh. Some quick saves by Newport's goalie there. Joseph putting pressure on Newport. Now gets it up the near boards. They go rink wide. Nobody there. Barr tries to hit Joseph, but his pass is picked off. McLeod fans on the shot. Puck squirts out to the neutral zone. Barr picks it up. He takes it over the blue line, dumps it in off the near boards. Newport picks it up behind their net. Oh, Dill to Feltham. Feltham back to Dill. Dill puts it in 4-0 at 17 minutes in the period. Shot so far in the period, 18-9 for Spryfield. McKinnon comes into the circle. Newport gets the draw. Puck goes all the way down to the far corner. They bounce it around the boards. Ballard picks it off. Newport can't get it out. Guthrow with a shot from the point. That goes off his skate. It bounces back in. Feltham wraps it behind the net. Ballard trying to clear it out front, but it gets knocked off his stick. McKinnon tries a backhand shot. That gets turned aside. Puck comes up the near boards, and Guthrow picks it up. His end. He bounces off the boards to Feltham. Feltham tries to hit McKinnon. He picks it up in the backhand. Spryfield gets it over the line, but moves it in front of the net. Newport clears it out. Comes back to the neutral zone. McNeil picks it up. Hits McKinnon in the neutral zone. McKinnon to Ballard. Ballard to Feltham. Feltham shot from the high slots over the net. Guthrow tries to keep it into blue line, but it goes off his skates. Newport's out there through the neutral zone. They get a shot from the point. That gets knocked down. Puck's loose in front of the net. McKinnon picks it up. He goes up the boards, trying to hit Hardwick Brown, but Ballard picks it up. He gets it out to the slot to Hardwick Brown. He tries to hit Guthrow in front of the net. That puck gets turned aside into the corner. McNeil keeps it into line. Hardwick Brown with a shot from the circle. Beats the goalie 5-0 for Spryfield. At 18:22 in the period. 5-0 lead for Spryfield. Off the draw, McCarty wins it. Puck bounces to the near boards. Hessler picks it up. He hits Welsh. Welsh tries a clearing pass, but it goes off some knee pads. Newport picks it up in the neutral zone, dumps it in. But Hessler picks it up again, clears it out. Newport gets it in the neutral zone there over the line. They try a shot. Steep angle shot of Bentley that's off the side of the net. Puck goes to the near corner, cleared out front. It's picked up by Welsh. He hits McCarty. McCarty's over the blue line. We're into the last minute of play. McIntyre tries a shot, but the rebound comes out, and Hardwick Brown puts it in to make it 6-0. At 19:05. Off the draw, puck is tied up in the circle. McIntyre clears it into Newport's end. They bounce it up the far side, pick it up. They're out now. They get into the red line, but it's broken up by McCarty. Newport picks it up again. They clear it up the far boards. Heslop has it. He loses control. Newport has it. They take it to the point. Try a shot. That gets off a skate. Back to the corner. Newport gets it. They send it to the blue lines. Just knocked back to the corner. Newport tries to clear it out front, but Hardwick Brown picks it up. Just dumps it out to center. Newport picks it up, takes the puck behind their net, trying to regroup. But the clock's going to wind down to end the period. So at the end of one, Spryfield with a strong lead of 6-0. Shots on goal are 20-14. We'll be back after an ice clear.
So you got to be really careful. So I was talking to him over there last year because I got nailed on. I can't remember which one it was, but we were talking. He plays all the time. I said, play it. I said, if you keep playing it, you won't have a lunch. Because it's pain. Some of them we get challenged all the time, with our, but they're not. You're allowed to use them as long as it's not for profit or.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I used to put them on Facebook, and yeah, they always say, you have a song with copyright on it. I used to reply and say, hey, I was filming in a public place.
I've had several conversations with, especially when they like over 280 videos. And they like views. God, you know.
And the stuff that they got, the stuff that they made, it's not just
No. It's just the artists who produce are the ones that put the band on them. Some of them don't,
Yeah. You must have a short bench.
Huh?
You must have a short bench.
Yeah. This is just talking about thank God. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy game. I thought it'd be a tight game. After last week, I thought it'd be a tighter game.
Looks like they just got in the game.
Huh?
Looks like they just got in the game.
This was when they're playing back on the fence, and the puck comes up. Instead of trying to hit it, they play the puck. And make sure it doesn't go beyond. It goes beyond them. And we've been lucky a couple of times. I've got the volume turned down on that so that when you're talking, it's a little up.
Folks, we got a fresh sheet of ice. McLeod's in the circle. Newport takes the draw. They get it back to their defense. They go up the near boards, knock it in. Guthrow tries to hit Joseph on the way out. It's going all the way down. Icy's waved off. Dill tries to hit McLeod, but he can't handle it. McLeod knocks it back in at the blue line. Newport clears it from behind their net, down to the far boards. McLeod tries to hit Dill. That's broken up by Newport. They try to get it out, but they can't handle the pass. McNeil picks it up, hits Joseph. Joseph over to Dill. Dill tries to bounce it off the boards, but it's picked up by Newport. They take it behind their neck. They're up the boards. Joseph keeps it in. Hits Dill. Just inside the circle, who roofs one for 7-0 for Spryfield. At 48 seconds into the period. Spryfield has a change and McKinnon comes into the circle. Off the draw, puck squirts out sideways to the near boards. Feltham picks it up, dumps it in over the red line. Spryfield puts on pressure, keeping the puck in. Newport takes it behind their net into the near corner. They send it behind the net, try and go up the far boards. They punch it around. Heslop, they got a shot on Bentley, turns out of side. Puck goes into the far corner, Spryfield side. Newport keeps it into the line, dumps it. In, puck goes around behind the net. Feltham tries to push it behind the net. McKinnon gets tied up. Welsh is in there, he gets tied up. McKinnon knocks it back to the corner. Newport trying to get it out. Newport comes up with it again, they cut back into the corner. Newport knocks it behind the net, puck comes off the boards. And Bentley gloves that down to the side of the net. Face-off coming to the left of Bentley. McCarty's in the circle. Newport gets the draw. He's back to the blue line, but they dump it into the corner. Barr puts it off the boards. McCarty tries to clear it out to hit Hardwick Brown, but Newport breaks it up. McCarty comes up with it again. He's over the blue line. He tries to hit the point. Barr gets a shot that gets deflected off people to the side of the net. Newport has it now. They come up the far boards. Get out there over the blue line, but they get broken up by Forwell. Hardwick Brown tries to hit McCarty up the far boards. He can't handle it. Now McIntyre picks up the puck in the neutral zone. His pass is broken up. Newport with a spin around. They get a backhand shot and Bentley. He turns that to the corner, but Newport still has control. They take it from the corner behind the net. They lose control. McIntyre sends it around, goes off the net. Forwell can't handle it. McIntyre has it now. He just taps it out. Puck's going all the way down, but Newport picks it up. Icy was waved off there. They try and get out. Broken up at the line by McNeil, but he can't handle it. McCarty gets a shot wide of the net. Newport has it again. They start up the near board. They're over the blue line. Trying to get it out front, but Forwell breaks that up. Hits McIntyre. He comes out. Puck gets knocked off his stick in the neutral zone, but he gets control again over the blue line and loses it. McCarty has it along the boards. His shot's deflected to the corner, goes behind the net. Joseph tries to get it out of the far corner, but Newport picks that off and they're out. They're over the blue line. They try a shot from the point. Comes off Barr into the corner. Puck gets cleared across through the crease. Dill has a battle on the far boards, and he comes up with the puck. He starts out, he's over the blue line. Loses the puck at the circle. McLeod can't handle it. Newport bounces it up into the neutral zone. Barr picks it up, tries to backhand it in. But Newport comes up with it. They're over the line again. They get broken up by Dill. Barr bounces it off the boards. Puck gets whacked around, back and forth off sticks. Comes to the neutral zone. Newport comes up with it. They have it back in their zone. They try to go up. Can't handle the pass. Goes off sticks. Into the near corner. Newport has it now in the corner. McNeil trying to kick it clear. Newport wraps it around to the point. They get a shot right on Bentley, and he covers up for a whistle. Face off to the left of Bentley. McKinnon comes into the circle. Puck gets kicked around. Feltham comes up with it. He hits Ballard. Ballard's over the blue line. He gets tied up. Puck slides into the side of the net. Newport clears it around. Welsh dumps it into the corner. Ballard sends it behind the net. Guthrow can't keep it in. Newport whacks the puck over the boards into Spryfield's bench. Face-off's going deep to the left of Newport's goalie. Ballard's in the circle. Puck comes off the stick and bounces in the corner. Newport clears it out. They're over the line with a 2-on-1. They get a shot that goes wide of the net. Welsh starts up with it. He goes over the red line, dumps it in, goes off a player. Ballard knocks it in along the boards behind the net. Newport trying to break out the far side, but that's held in by Welsh. Ballard can't handle the puck behind the net. Puck is tied up in the corner. Newport comes up with it. They go up the far boards, trying to bounce it up, but that's going to go all the way down for an icing. Face off to the left of Newport's goalie. McCarty gets the draw back. It's Hessel up at the point. His shot's gloved down by the goalie. McCarty's in the circle again. He just whacks the puck to the net, but it's picked up by Newport. They come around up the near boards. They're broken up by Forwell at the blue line. Heslop has it. He goes wide to Forwell. Forwell goes wide back to McIntyre. McIntyre hits McCarty. He can't handle the pass and sends the puck to the corner. Gets whacked up into the rafters for a whistle. Face off to the right of Newport's goalie. McCarty's in for the draw. Puck gets knocked back to the corner. Newport slaps it around the boards. Puck goes up in the air and it's broken up by McNeil at the blue line. McIntyre picks it up. He hits Guthrow, who dumps it in, but comes back to the blue line. Cormier keeps it in. Hardy and McIntyre had a couple of whacks of it there, but Newport's goalie covers that up. Face off coming to the left of Newport's goalie. McCarty's in the circle again. He gets it back to Guthrow at the point, but he can't handle it. Goes through his skates. Guthrow's in a foot race. McNeil comes in, breaks it up. McIntyre tries to hit Cormier, but goes off his skate. Newport has it. They dump it in from the blue line. Puck goes around the net into the far corner. Puck is tied up in the corner, and McIntyre comes out with it. He's over the blue line. He tries to punch it up the boards. Knocked down, but he gets it to McLeod. McLeod gets a shot from the side of the circle. It's covered up by the goalie for a whistle. Face off to the left of Newport's goalie. McLeod's in the circle. He gets it over to Dill. It gets kicked back to the point. Forwell keeps it in. Newport clears it out. Goes back to Forwell in the neutral zone. He tries to hit Joseph, but he can't handle the pass. Joseph clears it out front. McLeod fans in the shot in the slot. Forwell knocks it down to line, but the puck's out. Newport has it now. It's over the line. Oh, Newport with a shot goes through the crease. Forwell picks it up at the circle. He tries to bounce it out, but Newport keeps it in. Finally comes out. McLeod has it. He's over the line, tries to hit Joseph, but it goes off his skate into the goalie who covers up. McLeod in the circle again. Face off to the left. Well, the puck comes out, but splits the defense. Comes out to center ice. Heslop has it. He tries to hit Joseph, but that's too far. Newport has it now. Newport with a shot from the point. Rebound comes out, but it's knocked over the net. Heslop tries to clear it out. It goes off his stick, comes back into their end. Welsh tries to whack it out, but it's kept in by Newport. Now Heslop has it. He gets tied up along the near boards. Joseph hits Heslop. Heslop goes rink wide to Dill. Dill's up. Stops at the circle. Tries to clear it in front, but it's picked up by Newport. They can't handle it. Heslop gets it again. Puck bounces around front of the net, but Newport's goalie gloves that down for a whistle. Face off to the right of Newport's goalie. McKinnon's in the circle. McKinnon gets it back to Heslop at the point. Heslop with a shot. That's right on net, but that's covered up. Face off to the right again. McKinnon gets it back to Feltham. He tries a backhand shot, but that gets steered aside by the defense behind the net. Puck goes to the far corner and gets off a stick or a player up into the netting. Ballard comes in for the draw. He gets it back to Heslop. Heslop with a shot over the net. Puck comes up to the near boards. Newport clears it out to the neutral zone. Heslop picks it up. He's over the blue line. He gets another shot, gloved down by the goalie. Ballard's in for the draw again. Puck gets tied up at the circle. Feltham gets it. He gets a shot. That's turned aside by the goalie. Newport clears it behind the net up to the far boards. They bounce it off. And Guthrow picks it up. Hits Feltham just outside the blue line. His shot. That was a tricky one for the goalie. That gets bounced to the corner. Feltham can't get it again, but Newport comes up with it. They take it around the net. Get to the point, but Guthrow keeps it in, clears it to the corner. Puck goes behind the net. Feltham and Ballard in there. Newport gets it. They try to break out. They go rink wide, but Guthrow breaks it up at the blue line. Newport's able to dump it into the far corner. Penalty coming up on the play. Looks like it's going to Feltham. Skating Feltham off the ice. Not sure what that is, but it looks like Joseph went in the box to sit this one out. So Newport's going on the power play at 10:32 in the period. Face-off comes over to the left of Bentley. McLeod's in the circle. He gets the draw back to Barr. Barr tries to clear it up, but it's held into point. Newport goes D to D. They have the top of the circle. Back to the defense at the slot. Back to the circle. Shot on Bentley. He turns that aside. McLeod gets it, but he can't. He doesn't get enough wood on it to knock it out, but he's able to knock down the pass, and the puck goes all the way down Newport's end. Goldie tries to hit someone in the slot, but McLeod picks it up, dumps it in. Oh, sorry, not McLeod. That was Dill. Newport trying to regroup in their end. Started up the near boards and then cut to center. They're over the blue line. Send it back to the point. Back to the corner. Back to the corner from the point. They get a shot and Bentley. That goes through the net. Comes to the near boards. To the point. Back to the point. Newport goes wide to the far boards. They try to cut it in. Trying to get to the slot. Oh, they do. They beat Goldie in 5-hole shot right in the slot. Newport gets on the board at 10:44 in the period. McCarty's in the circle for the draw. He gets it back. Goes wide of Welsh. Welsh tries to send it up to Hardwick Brown, but Newport keeps it into line. Dump it in. Welsh picks it up. He hits Hardwick Brown. He comes up the near boards. Hits McCarty. He takes it to the outside circle. Puck was loose in front of the crease. Hardwick Brown was just too far away. He gets it back to Heslop at the point. Heslop's shot is wide. Hardwick Brown gets it again. He's got a shot. Well, that's some acrobatics there by Newport's goalie. Puck gets knocked down to Spryfield's end. Newport's in with two. They have it behind the net. They send it around to the far boards. McIntyre trying to tie it up, but he gets it. Now Welsh clears it up to McIntyre. McIntyre hits Hardwick Brown wide in the near boards, but Newport picks up the puck. They send it around their net. Gets knocked off the boards. McIntyre tries to come out front, but he gets it to McCarty. McCarty gets a weak shot wide in the net. Hardwick Brown sends it to McIntyre. His shot's turned aside from the side of the net. Another penalty coming up in the play. Newport sends it back to their own net. Comes off. Newport gets the puck all the way down. Bentley comes out to play it, and the whistle goes. Penalty's coming up to Spryfield. McIntyre's going off for. I didn't see what the penalty was. McIntyre's off for 2 minutes. Face off to the left of Bentley. McKinnon's in the circle. He tries to clear it out front, but it's kept in at the point by Newport. They go D to D, and the shot goes off players into the netting. Face-off moves to the right of Bentley. Ballard comes in to take that. Puck is back to the point. Newport goes D to D. Back to the D to the far corner. Into the corner. They can't keep it in at the line. The puck comes out. Newport takes it back to their end, trying to regroup. They start out. Cut to the near boards. Center. That's broken up by McKinnon across the blue line, but get it back in. Guthrow tries to clear it out, but it's kept in now. Newport's offside. It's going to go all the way down for an intentional offside. $7:13 left to play in the period. Minute and 21 seconds left in the power play for Newport. Face off to the left of Newport's goalie. McLeod's in the, Cormier's in the circle. He gets it back to Forwell. He gets a shot that goes wide of the net. Dill puts pressure on, able to keep it in. Penalty coming up to Newport there. 2 minutes for interference. As Dill got hammered. No, it was near the puck. Shots on goal at 31-20 for Spryfield. Face off to the left of Newport's goalie. McCarty's in the, Cormier's in the circle. Newport comes up with the draw. They have it in the corner, send it behind the net to the near corner. Back to the far side behind the net. They go rink wide and start out the near boards. Oh, they drop it back. They lose the puck in the neutral zone, and now Cormier picks up a loose puck. He tries to put it in the net, but the goalie comes out to challenge, turns that aside, covers up for a whistle. Four on four for 43 seconds, and then Spryfield goes on the power play. McLeod comes in the circle, face off to the left of Newport's goalie. Puck gets tied up, and Newport comes up with it. Joseph can't keep it in at the line. Puck comes all the way to the near boards. Forwell knocks his man off the puck. Barr picks it up. He takes it to the corner and just dumps it to the neutral zone. Newport has it. They go D to D. Take it back to their end behind the net. McLeod putting pressure on. The puck gets knocked into the rafters for a whistle. Face off to the left of Newport's goalie. McCarty's in the circle. Puck gets knocked back to the goalie, and he covers up for a whistle. McCarty in for the draw again. He gets it back, goes off the boards, comes out to the neutral zone. Welsh picks it up. He goes rink wide. Hardwick Brown picks it up, takes it back to his end. He drops it for Heslop. Heslop tries to hit Hardwick Brown, but it goes off skates. Newport can't handle it. They pick it up in the neutral zone. They get over the line. Now the penalty's over for Spryfield. McIntyre's back on the ice. He picks up the puck. He gets a shot from the circle. That's turned aside by the goalie, but Spryfield still has control. McCarty has it behind the net, but it gets knocked off his puck as he tries his stick as he tries to get out front. Heslop keeps it in at the far point. Hits Hardwick Brown. Hardwick Brown over to McIntyre. McIntyre tries to hit Hardwick Brown, but is picked off by Newport. They're out through center over the blue line. They get a shot on Bentley that He turns that out. The puck comes out. McCarty hits McIntyre. McIntyre drops it to Hardwick-Brown. Hardwick-Brown to McCarty. Goalie knocks that one down. Newport comes up with it. They have a one-on-one, but lose control of the puck. Now Hardwick-Brown gets stolen off his stick. Newport gets a shot, and they're able to put the rebound in. They have 2 on the board. Time of the goal is 15:06. Back to 5-on-5. McLeod's in the circle for the draw. Puck squirts out. Back to Newport's end. Newport goes D to D, and they try to go up the far boards. They send it all the way down. McNeil picks it up, tries to hit Joseph from the near boards. There's a shot from the high slot. Bentley turns that aside, knocks another one out front. Joseph can't handle that. McNeil hits Dill, but it's off his knee pads and squirts loose. Spryfield had control again in the neutral zone. They dump it in. Newport comes out. Picked off by McLeod. He tries to hit Dill, but it's too far from him. Newport gets it, dumps it in deep. Comes down on Bentley. He covers up for a whistle. Face off to the right of Bentley. McLeod's in the circle, but Newport comes up with it. They get it back to the D. Try and send it up the far boards, but McLeod breaks that up, sends it to the neutral zone. Newport has it now. They bring it back to their zone. Go up the far boards. The Barr breaks that up. He hits Joseph. Joseph tries to hit McLeod, but Newport comes up with the puck. Dill whacks it back. McLeod has it. Takes it through the neutral zone, but he gets knocked off his stick. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Barr picks it up. He tries to bounce it off the boards, but Newport has it. They have to wait to clear the zone. Barr picks it up. Again, puck comes out the side of the net. Newport has it. They try a wraparound. That gets turned aside to the corner. Joseph comes in. He sends it back to Forwell. Forwell tries to hit McLeod. McLeod blocks a pass from the slot. Barr's able to get it out the near boards. Newport's over the line, 2-on-1. It's broken up. Bentley swats that to the corner. Joseph has it. Joseph tries to wrap it up the boards. He's able to get it out. Newport picks up the puck along the boards. They stand out over from their blue line. They come rink wide. Dump it in. Barr picks it up from the corner, tries to take it behind his net. He gets tied up. Welsh gets knocked off the puck. Newport trying to clear it out front, but they can't. Barr tries to hit Dill. And they're offside. Spryfield's offside, trying to break in. McKinnon comes in for the draw. Goes off skates, gets knocked around, but Welsh gets that, dumps it in deep, puck goes around the net. Newport has it. They come around the boards, can't handle the puck. They lose it in the neutral zone, but they control again. But Cormier comes in, picks it up. Welsh hits Ballard. Ballard sends it up to McKinnon, goes off his skates. McKinnon takes it into the corner. He tries to get out front to Cormier, but Cormier gets tied up. Puck comes back to the point. Welsh keeps it in. Newport just dumps it up to the neutral zone. Heslop sends it up to far boards to Cormier to McKinnon. McKinnon tries to dump it in. Newport picks it up. They send it out, get it to the neutral zone, but take it back to their end. Now they're out. They go rink wide. Can't handle the pass. Welsh sends it up to Cormier, who dumps it in. Ballard's in behind the net. Newport wraps it around the net. Welsh keeps it in at the far point. Ballard goes behind the net. Newport has it in that corner. McKinnon trying to get out. He gets tied up in the board. Ballard's in there. Gets back to the point. Welsh with a shot off players back to the corner. And then the puck gets knocked up into the netting for a whistle.
Let's go, Newport. Come on, now.
Face-off coming to the right of Newport's goalie. Hedrick Brown's in for the draw. Puck gets tied up and knocked behind the corner. McIntyre comes in. He tries to get it out front, but it squirts through the crease. McCarty has it behind the net. He tries to hit Hedrick Brown. He gets the puck, takes it around, sends it behind the net again. McCarty has it. He tries to clear it out, but it's picked off by Newport. They try to come out, but Guthrow swats it in from the line back to the net. The goalie covers up for a whistle. We're into the last minute of play in the second period. Shots are 36-24 for Spryfield. Score still 7-2. Face off to the left of the goalie. McCarty gets it. It's back to the point to Guthrow. Guthrow shots off his skate, goes into the near corner. Newport picks it up. They start up the near boards. They try and go rink wide. They can't handle the pass. And Guthrow gets it, sends it behind his net, but it's kept in at the point. Oh, that shot went off somebody. Bentley turned that aside. Guthrow blocks a shot from coming out from the corner. And McCarty has it, but he gets knocked off the puck. Newport tries a shot, blocked by Guthrow. Now they clear it right in front of the net. Whistles goes for the nets off its posts. Face off to the right of Bentley. Carty's in for the draw. Puck kind of gets tied up, but Newport gets it. They get a shot that goes over the net. Forwell knocks it out to center. Hedrick Brown knocks it down, but buzzer goes to end the period.
Video. Yeah, we were going to try to bring him back tonight, but Joe said he'd come, and Steve Adams said we don't have a game next week. Next week's our off week, so leave him alone and let him have the extra week to get better.
All right, so we start off the third. McLeod, he gets the job, but Newport comes in, picks it up. They get a shot from the high slot, goes wide in the net. Newport has control of the puck in the near corner, but that goes off a player and goes across the boards and out. Face off to the right of Bentley. McLeod's in the circle. He gets it up the boards. Guthrow clears it out, up the near boards. He gets a shot from outside the blue line, goes off the goalie, and Dill tries to hit Joseph in front. Joseph clears it out through the crease, but nobody can handle it. Newport gets control. They're up to inside Spryfield's end. Got the puck in the far corner. Can't get it out front. It goes behind the net. Jethro clears it up. Cloud picks it up. He's over the blue line. He loses control. Joseph is off his stick. Joseph with a shot. Beats the goalie over his left shoulder. At 51 seconds in the third period. Spryfield goes up 8-2. From Joseph. Spryfield does the line change. McCarty's line comes out. He takes the draw. Puck is tied up in the circle, and Hardwick Brown comes up with it. He takes it to the near boards over the blue line. He's looking for an opening. Oh, comes off his stick, and he's got to come out. Hardwick Brown hits Heslop. Heslop goes wide to Welsh, but the puck gets knocked off his stick, and Newport keeps it in. Heslop tries to hit Hardwick Brown on the far boards, but puck gets knocked off and is bouncing around in the neutral zone. Newport comes up with it. They get over the blue line on the far near boards, and they send it behind the net, but Heslop picks it up, tries to hit Welsh. Goes off skates, comes back behind the net. Heslop has it. He hits McCarty up the center. McCarty, he's over the blue line. He tries to get it out front. Oh, the puck comes out, and Hardwick Brown shot gets turned aside to the near boards, near corner. Newport starts out, they come to center, and then the puck gets knocked to the near boards. McCarty has it at the red line. He hits McIntyre, who dumps it in deep. Puck comes around the board. McIntyre tries a shot from the top of the circle. That gets turned aside. Newport has it behind their net. They come to the near boards, start out and go wide. They're over the blue line, trying to get it out front, but Barr breaks that up. Now they get it. There's a shot that goes off players into the corner. McCarty just punches that out to the neutral zone. Hardwick Brown chasing it down to the far corner. He gets it knocked off his stick. And there's a penalty coming up in the play. To Spryfield. Hardwick Brown's going off for two. Looks like for slashing. Face-off's going to come all the way down to the left of Bentley. McKinnon's in the circle. Off the jaw, puck gets whacked up. Newport has it along the boards. They try to take it to the corner, but it gets knocked off his stick to the corner. Newport has it behind the net. They bring it to the near boards. Barr puts on pressure. Barr can't clear it out. He's kept in at the point. Another penalty in the play to Newport. Looks like it's for charging. Face-off comes down to Newport's end to the left of the goalie. No, to the right of the goalie. McKinnon's in the circle. He gets it back. Ballard picks it up. Ballard has it at the point. He tries to whack it in, but goes off skates. And Newport picks it up in their own slot. They try and go up the boards, but it can't handle the play. And Ballard sends it back to Barr. Barr tries to feed it up to Ballard, but seems like there's a miscommunication. Newport knocks it in. Barr gets it again. He tries to clear it up the boards, but it goes off skates. Barr goes rink wide to Farwell. Farwell slips a pass. He hits Ballard. He can't handle the pass, and Newport keeps it in at the point, sends it to the corner. Barr picks it up in the corner. Puck comes out front. McKinnon gets it. He starts up the far boards, cuts to the center. McKinnon's over to the near boards. Brings it over the blue line. He gets tied up along the boards. Newport picks up the puck, takes it around their net. They start out, come to the near boards. They're over the blue line. Puck goes behind the net. Newport gets it, trying to clear it out. That's knocked to the corner by Guthrow. Newport takes it to the blue line. They send it to the top of the circle. Their shots turned to the corner by Guthrow. Off his skates. Newport trying to get it out front. Gets knocked off sticks. Ballard punches it off the glass, up the boards. Guthrow chasing it down, but Newport's able to get it out. They get through the neutral zone over the blue line, but it's knocked out. Fight for it along the boards, and Newport comes up with it. They take it back to their end, go cut rink wide. Penalty's over. Hardwick Brown's back on the ice. Spryfield's on the power play for another 5 seconds. Guthrow has it now in his own end. He starts out, goes to the far boards, tries to hit McIntyre. Puck goes all the way down, and Newport's goalie covers up at the side of the net. Face off to the right, Newport's goalie. McLeod's in the circle. Puck is tied up and squirts back to the corner. Newport sends it behind the net. They come up the near boards. They start out, get to the neutral zone. Over the red line, dump it to the far corner of Spryfield's end. Welsh hits Joseph. Joseph goes up to McLeod. He tries to hit Dill, but that's picked off. Newport's over the blue line. They get a shot from the circle. Top of the circle, and Bentley gloves that down for a whistle. Face off to the right of Bentley. Clouds in. He gets it to Dill, but it goes off skates. And Heslop picks it up behind his net. He gets tied up. Newport comes up with it. They have the puck in the far corner. They get an angled shot on Bentley. He turns side to side. McLeod gets it out, but he gets upended. Newport picks it up in their end. They clear it down. Bentley steers it to the near corner. Spryfield gets it out. Dill. It's up the near boards. It's over the red line. Dumps it in. McLeod gets it back to Joseph. Joseph tries to go to the center. Oh. McLeod with some fancy stick work there, but Newport's goalie's able to cover that up. Face off to the left of Newport's goalie. McCarty's in the circle. Puck gets whacked around. Newport comes up with it behind their net. They're trying to break out, but it's kept in by McCarty. Newport takes it behind the net. McIntyre putting on pressure. Newport cuts around. They get still control up the near boards. They're over the blue line on the far side. They drop pass back from the circle, and that shot's wide of the net. Newport keeps it in at the point, sends it to the corner. They get a shot from just inside the circle. It goes wide of the net. McIntyre hits McCarty. McCarty tries to leave it for Hardwick Brown, but Newport picks it off. And they get it in deep in the far corner of Spryfield's end. Welsh gets knocked down behind the net. Newport has it. They send it behind the net again. Welsh hits McIntyre up the near boards. McIntyre tries to go high, but that's broken up by Newport in the neutral zone. They get a shot. Bentley turns to the side of the net. Well, they try and send her out front, but puck goes up to the far boards. Newport still with it. They pull it up. Deep angle shot. They're still able to keep it in at the blue line. Try a shot on Bentley. Turns out of the side, but Newport has it behind the net. Trying to bring it around. Puck comes out. Hardwick Brown has it. He lobs it over to McCarty. He's got it at the red line. McCarty's over the blue line. Tries to cut to the net. but it gets knocked off his stick. Newport gets it. They come up the near boards, try a rink wide pass, but that's picked off by Hardwick Brown. He dumps it in, goes off the goalie, and he covers up for a whistle. Face off coming to the left of Newport's goalie. Ballard's in the circle. Puck gets tied up in the draw, and Newport comes up with it. They get it out rink wide, but Cormier breaks that up. He tries to hit McKinnon, but he was looking the other way. And now Barr goes off his stick. Barr picks it up at his blue line. He tips it to the near boards. Newport's there first, and they dump it in to the near corner. Forwell tries to hit Cormier, but comes out to the point. Newport can't keep it in. Now Barr has it. He's over the red line. Hits McKinnon. McKinnon's over the blue line. He gets knocked off the puck. Newport comes up with it in the far corner. They try and go up the boards, but Barr breaks that up. And the puck goes off skates, comes back to Spryfield's end. Forwell has it. Forwell tries to hit Ballard. He tries to hit McKinnon, but that gets off skates. Now Newport has it in the neutral zone. Spryfield blocks that up. McKinnon tries to clear it in, but it's knocked off his stick. Newport sends it back to the corner. Newport has it. They try a shot from just inside the circle. It goes up over the net. Newport still has control from the corner. They send it out to the point. There's a shot on Bentley. That gets knocked to the corner. Newport still has it. They bring it around the near boards. Try and cut back, send it to the corner. They try to hit a man out front, but nobody there, and the puck goes all the way down to their end. Newport has it now. They try coming up the near boards. They're over the blue line. Try to cut to the front of the net. There's a couple of shots on Bentley that could turn to the corner, and puck gets whacked out of the corner and behind the net. Now it's over to the near corner. They try and send it back in. Newport trying to get it out front. Get some chances here. There's a shot wide of the net. Puck comes off the board. Dill has it now. Dill tries to cut the defenseman. Can't do it. Joseph tries to follow up, but the puck gets knocked off his stick. There's a pass from McLeod to Dill comes in. His shot's turned aside. McLeod doing some fancy work in center ice, but it gets knocked off his stick, but Dill's able to keep it in, still able to keep it in. Dill has it in the far boards. He cuts around, tries a shot that goes off the goalie and up into the netting. Face-off's coming to the right of Newport's goalie. McCarty comes into the circle. Puck goes off some skates. Newport comes up with it, send it behind their net. They come up the near boards. They try to go to the center, but they can't handle it. Newport gets it in the end. Now Spryfield's able to clear it out to center. They try a clearing pass, but McIntyre picks it up. McIntyre gets in. He gets a shot on it. Goes wide of the net. He still has control of the puck and takes it to the corner. Comes out to Hardwick Brown, has it now. Hardwick Brown takes it behind the net, comes out to the point. Welsh with a shot from the point. His shot turned aside. McCarty tries a backhander. That gets turned aside to the corner. McCarty still has it. He goes wide to Heslop. Heslop up to the circle. Newport trying to keep it in, but McCarty comes in. He gets it to McIntyre. McIntyre loses it at the side of the net. It goes down behind the net. Heslop keeps it in at the point. Heslop with a shot. That's blocked. Newport starts out. They go rink wide, but there's nobody there. Welsh bounces it off the boards, and Hardwick Brown comes up with it. He takes it to the near boards. He starts out. Hardwick Brown He cuts back into the neutral zone. Goes to McIntyre at the corner. McIntyre to McCarty. McCarty does some fancy footwork around. He tries to get it out to Hardwick Brown, but that's covered up by the goalie. Face-off coming to the left in Newport's goalie. Ballard comes in the circle. Gets it back to McKinnon. McKinnon sends it back to Farwell at the point. He can't get a shot off it. Newport picks it off, but Barr breaks it up at the blue line. Now the puck is tied up along the boards. Penalty coming up in the play. Both referees with their arms up. There might be 2 penalties. 7:47 left in the period. Shots are 44-30 for Spryfield. Score is still 8-2. And we got a Newport player leaving the ice. It's only a 2-minute minor. Face-off's coming to the left to Newport's goalie. McCarty's in the circle. He gets it back to McIntyre at the point. He goes wide to Dill. Dill takes it up the boards into the corner. Hardwick Brown from the corner gets Joseph in the high slot. Joseph over to Dill. Dill to McIntyre. His shot's wide of the net. Hardwick Brown has the puck in the corner now. He takes it behind the net. He comes around, hits Joseph up in the near boards. Joseph cuts the center. Joseph hits Hardwick Brown as he goes down. Hardwick Brown drops it for McCarty. McCarty to McIntyre from the corner. McIntyre with a shot. That gets steered to the back of the net. Newport gets the puck. They're able to clear it all the way down. Bentley comes out to slow the puck down. McCarty picks it up, takes it behind his net. McCarty starts out going up the far boards. Hits the red line. He tries to feed McIntyre, but it's picked off by Newport. They bounce it out. Hardwick Brown picks it up in the neutral zone, gives it to Dill. McCarty. He gets tied up. Dill keeps it in, hits McCarty again. He cuts to the high slot. His shot is turned aside. Newport tries to clear, but McCarty keeps it in. His shot's tipped up by McIntyre into the goalie for a whistle. 43 seconds left in the power play for Spryfield. Face off to the left of Newport's goalie, and McCarty's in the circle. He gets the draw back to McIntyre. McIntyre goes wide to Dill. Dill skates it in. He gets a shot. That's turned aside. Joseph picks up the puck, but he fans on the shot. McCarty loses the puck and it comes up the boards. Joseph's back. Oh, Joseph gets the puck off his stick. Newport with a 2-on-1. The shot's turned aside by Bentley. And McIntyre comes up. He hits Joseph with a rink-wide pass. Joseph trying to slow it down, but the puck gets knocked off his stick and cleared over the glass for a whistle. Face off to the right of Newport's goalie. McKinnon's in the circle. Off the jaw, comes back to McNeil. He just lobs it up high in the air, but Newport comes up with it. They cleared rink wide up the boards. McCarty, Guthrow picks it up. He hits Ballard. Ballard comes up the near boards. He gets over, hits the circle. He tries a roofing shot that goes over the net. McNeil sends it into the corner behind the net, but there's a hand pass there for a whistle. Face off comes outside the blue line. McKinnon's in the circle. He gets it back. It's overskated by Newport. They lose control. Ballard tries to hit a pass, but that goes off a skate. Newport has it now on their end. Newport has it along the boards there over the blue line. Try to cut to the center, but the puck gets knocked to the corner. They try to clear it out pass. Ballard tries to get it out, but it's kept in by Newport, but finally it comes out. Spryfield sends it all the way down. Newport trying to clear it behind their net. McKinnon tries a backhand shot from the slot. And Newport comes up with it, but Cormier breaks that up, takes the puck back to his end, takes it behind the net. Cormier starts out up the far side. He's got some steam, cuts the center over the blue line, but loses the puck. McKinnon picks it up. McKinnon with a shot, side of the net. Puck comes out. Cormier gets it in the near boards. He cuts around. Cormier gets it knocked off his stick, but gains control again. McKinnon with it again. He gets hit from behind. Dill has it the side of the net. His clearing pass is knocked back to the corner. Dill comes up with it again. He's looking to get it out front. The puck comes loose. Newport comes up with it. They take it to the corner and try to get it out, but Guthrow stops it. He cuts to the center. His shot's turned to the corner. Newport has it along the far boards. They start to cut out. Can't control it. McNeil picks the puck up in the neutral zone, dumps it in. Spryfield does a change. Newport has the puck behind their net. They try to clear it out, but it goes off skate, stays in. Dill knocks it back to the corner. Joseph has it. He hits Welsh at the point, and Welsh's shot goes high and covered up by the goalie. Face off to the right of Newport's goalie. McLeod's in the circle. Off the jaw, he gets it back to Barr. Barr gets a shot, but that's right on the goalie, and he covers up. McLeod in the circle. Gets back to Joseph. Joseph hits Forwell at the point. He gets a shot right on the goalie and covered up for a whistle. Face off to the left of Newport's goalie. Puck gets knocked to the corner. Newport clears it around their net. The fan and the shot, send it back behind the net. Now they come up to near boards and come rink wide in the neutral zone. They drop it back. Shots blocked by Barr. Puck goes behind the net. Newport gets it, takes it to the far corner. Barr ties him up. Joseph's in. Newport's still in control. They cut around, send it back to the point. They send it back to the corner. McLeod picks it up. He tries to hit Barr, but that's stolen from him. Newport with a shot right from the circle, and Bentley gloves down for a whistle. Face-off's coming to the left of Bentley. McCarty's in the circle. Puck squirts out through everybody to the near boards. McIntyre lobs it up for Hardwick Brown. He gets it. He cuts around the defense, but he gets clipped in the slot. Penalty coming up in the play to Newport for charging. So with 2:22 left in the game, Spryfield goes on the power play. Face off to the right of Newport. McCarty's in the circle. He gets it back to Hardwick Brown. Hardwick Brown drops it for Dill. Dill takes it to the corner. Hits McIntyre in the high slot. McIntyre to McCarty. Back to McIntyre. He can't handle the pass. McIntyre sends it to the corner. Hardwick Brown with it. McIntyre now from the circle. He tries a shot. That goes off something and up into the boards. Now Joseph has it. He sends it back to the point. McCarty sends it over to Dill. Dill back to McCarty in the near boards. Dill gets it. He sends it to McIntyre in the far corner. Back to Dill. Dill trying to cut to the center. Hits McCarty. McCarty fakes a shot over to Joseph. Joseph with a shot. He roofs it over the goalie in the blocker side. 9-2 for Spryfield. Shots on goal are 52-30. Face off to center ice. McCarty gets it. He slaps it over. Forwell picks it up. He goes back to his D partner, Guthrow. Guthrow hits McCarty at the blue line. He just chips it up into the corner. Puck comes from behind the net. Newport's able to clear it up the far boards. Forwell races back, stops it. Guthrow picks it up, hits McCarty. McCarty tries to hit McIntyre in the slot, but he can't handle that. Puck goes into the corner. Hardwick Brown knocks it back in. Newport with it behind their net. They come up the near boards. McCarty can't break that up. Now Forwell breaks it up at center ice. He hits McCarty in the near boards. He just knocks the puck into the corner. McCarty has it now along the boards. Comes out to Forwell at the point. Forwell with a shot. Covered up by the goalie. We're in the last minute of play in the third period. Score still 9-2. Face off to the left of Newport. Ballard in for the job, but it's taken by Newport. They clear it out. Guthrow picks it up at his blue line, hits McKinnon. McKinnon drops it to Cormier. Cormier gets tied up, and Newport has the puck in their end. They start out up the near boards. They get stopped at the blue line by Forwell, but they get control of the puck again. Oh, the puck comes on to Bentley, and he's got some trouble, was able to clear it up. McKinnon in for the draw. He gets it back to Forwell. Forwell takes it behind the net. Hits Ballard, but it goes off his skate. Newport has it. They cut around the blue line. Newport loses control. McKinnon picks it up, takes it behind his net. Sends it back to Forwell behind the net. Forwell from the corner. They're just letting the clock run down. Well, folks, that's the game for tonight. Final score is 9-2. Shots 52-31. Spryfield's next home game is December 6th against Eastern Shore. We'll see you there. Have a good weekend, everyone.